You want to say anything, sir?
What we want to suggest to people that is to identify something that they should what we should take this industry a step ahead. We are doing the same thing over and over, then it doesn't also give us that factor. So
Right.
if we can think of something,
Rajula.
so something special in your area, maybe one to studies or one to activities which is special in nature. Because microfinance is not really over the period of time. But I have worked in policy, I have worked in member development, I have worked in fundraising, everything. But what I could understand, one of the factors which has actually helped someone is our activities. So, uh, so our creativity has to be there, those new things without hampering our regular work, regular good work. If we can bring up something, because Mr. Mohan brought us together for that with him to discuss on this, have something new.
Community interest deep बनाते individual को ऐसा कि इनको टाइम ग्रुप ज्वाइन करके और उनका वेयर की ट्रेड कितना वाला है रिवीजन काम पता नहीं है जैसे
प्रेजेंटेशन तो ये सर बनाने की इन्फॉर्मेशन कहाँ है?
तब बनाते रहता है।
क्या हो गया? नहीं पीपीटी का नहीं जो है जिसका पास है कर दो, नहीं तो एक रफ स्लाइड है मेरे पास वो ऐसी समझ याद नहीं।
No, I was telling that the presentation and writing there was linked with the unit and productivity that they can try.
मीटिंग में
Yeah, so that they can
बुला लीजिए
all the implementation of the actually study or this.
ओके You want to say anything on that?
Nothing, no. I mean, I had a discussion with all of them in the morning. From the perspective like what we have done last year and what should be our priority this year. That at length I had a.
One example, very nice example, we do like when we started working on SAG, neighbors were against us that SAG movement is against us. We are playing the same ground. If you are facilitating them, it means you are developing a counter for us. But still, we got a project. That's the first project of Southern Edico. So we worked on in the segment of your micro this your SNG. Then that work has culminated into our this special status in NRLM. Then we are getting our projects. If we start something creative, which actually in long run it gives us a lot of mileage. So that's the thing. A factor we need to bring in the system.
How can somebody say that we should not run with this?
That's not a big
Because the origin of Sadar itself is from the SAG.
Who's the no?
No, in the book,
Ever initially when you remember sir, way back in 2014, 2015, when Ujjivan, Jana, they were primarily considered as a urban MFI. And they were the pioneer of the urban MFI. They formed a group of JLP and SSG Elevate. I worked in the urban area where SSG MFI promoted both SSG and JLP.
no, but that's the MFI doing it. So what we were doing, we were trying to work with government for this. So again, I'm talking about.
That's a very foolish exactly. Kapil has said that. Even now, what other day board meeting also, what Bolton is on TV, we are forgetting our
Community side is the break. So it was a big fight. And also this moment, 2014. I'm talking about 2010 when we got our first project from Planet Finance. I'm talking about that time. Then Rakesh, Rupee, and all those people. 2010.
It was in front of me.
No, it was 2010. He
Shivani,
started. He started this in 2010. Then
that's material.
And it was a big fight. Then there was somebody called Poonam. Me and Poonam, we were coming from this side. Then that fight with other.
Anything else? Other propositions? That's the proposition.
I had
You want to say? Yes, because it's okay. And then, start. Good morning, everyone. There is small presentation of this outcome. So I have made this basically the whole overview of these states. Then see what are the key activities that happen with these states and focus areas for next year. So these 2 3 years I forgot. So firstly, like the states, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Karnataka, Kerala, the growth has been negative in almost all the states. Tamil Nadu 12%, Karnataka, Kerala, except Telangana, all the states have been there has been negative growth. And Par has been slightly better. But only AP it has been 3.2. Otherwise, all of the states very close to the national averages. With 78% growth in Telangana is mostly on bank lending, sir. You have to see whether the data distribution or otherwise, you must be data in field. Andhra is 26%. So field level, like what you see, it is almost same or it has come down a bit. It does not. There could be some growth because the base was low. There could be a like 6% growth or kind of doubt whether any the reclassification of data happened or something of that. Right? These states, all states like usually the OD levels are relatively higher. Tamil Nadu 16%, Karnataka also 17%, Kerala 18 to 13%. AP and Telangana it's very low because they started recently 2.4% and 3.5% respect to the OD. State-wise, when you see Tamil Nadu as the state act has come last year. Though the impact has been minimal, large presence of local financial institutions and non-profits, which again leads to a lot of multiple lending and over equity. High gold loan penetration, fintechs penetration is quite high in Tamil Nadu. And also national calamity prone and some areas, some pockets we find political. Karnataka again state level act last year. Big ticket loans from SKDRT loans average 1.5 lakh, 2 lakh loans to individual borrowers that hasn't come into the credit. That again is a big risk for over leveraging of the borrowers. Karnataka also has high gold loan and retail loan penetration, and a lot of cooperative presence is also there. Like Sarjaya cooperative presence is there, which is also lead to few frauds also. In Belgaum we saw frauds. Kerala, like today we are meeting the operational signature meeting. Basically on this aspect of things, we were saying that there is a lot of frauds and a lot of misappropriation is happening in the cooperative societies. And what is the way of regulating that? So if they are seeking our help or support for developing something like since we are a SRO. So, but then let's see how it works out.
And the other areas, the NABARD has engaged with NIBM for a study of the good practices of the NBFC.
We need to do them, it will be free from the political. Go completely impossible.
So Kerala has had the highest like equal in portfolio, but then the portfolio first quality has been less better, 2%. Nisab is completely they have reduced that first portfolio of these Kerala. The Kerala again large presence of local financial institutions and Nidhi companies and also high gold loan penetration, fintechs and other their penetration also quite high. And also the natural calamity growth every year, every 1 2 years, because of severe rains, floods, two pockets get impacted for a short period of time. A par increases. That is one risk that we have in Kerala. So, AP Telangana, the last 5 6 months, there is good improvement in collection efficiency and quality. AP app legacy is there, and trust issues from SCR3 is still there. We find with respect to the material is concerned. There has been a high growth previous to last year. The previous year there has been a high growth. Again, AP Telangana also in field we find high gold and fintech penetration is there. Staff issues are also there. It is mainly because AP Telangana now since it started recently, the mid-level management, there is a gap. Because in many financial field level, they are promoted to branch manager, area manager like that. Area manager, branch manager, you cannot recruit from outside. So because of that, what is crisis. So because of that, the staff level gaps are there. Now this slowly improve. Now since field officer have been promoted to branch manager, area manager, division manager, that level is now building up. Right. So I think next
Actually, lot of NBFC and bank also.
lot of penetration is there. So overall, this is an overview of the states, and current states have around 20% of overall 40% of members. Southern half of so
What is
30% of members of southern southern states.
States you have to overtake choice this year actually dynamic
Which are- So in what they take. Kerala is also like also rains plus happen. So their portfolio gets impacted for 3, 4, 5 months. Every 2 years we find that portfolio impact gets quite interesting. But then it gets recovered. Kerala bounces back. But then for short period of time, not rest. So India right now also it's but let us also only do that weather should happen to compared to weather. Like 22, 21 or one maybe rains but it really affect the story for a calculate impact also. Okay, but yes, the tender possible has a trauma. Because okay that there was a yes, like too far. What is that? Sorry, what? There was a storm. Storm means cyclone. So that time it affected the southern part of Kerala and
So majority of portfolio is concentrated in central and southern Kerala only. North Kerala doesn't have that much portfolio. That's why.
Kannur, Kasaragod, those pockets will be not much lending compared to south. South is very
Andhra and
One thing you are talking about this AP Telangana, this one. There is mistrust and like
translation is past legacy, sir. Because the code was there, for example, Srinidhi and so Rao was there when this thing was not there. So these people are still there, so that they still carry the thing.
like 2010, are we seeing that there is a trend of breaking of the group and consuming loans from microfinance sector?
Next question, sir, but we also went, sir, we went to sir was
That's what it was.
they highlighted that there no caution enterprise, be careful in lending to SMEs.
So in that case, what can we?
I was proposing to
That's
have
a very
Wi-Fi coupling with banks, bring all stakeholders together. We can make it clear to them that what is what we are trying to do. Our objectives
Carefully about that. That's one of the states where from building. Once again, if you are going back to it, we will get even.
As a free thing, they are not a number of hours. No, they want to take over the pay is our problem. Okay, so we can we can have it. I thought one of them is a member of AP was. But after that, I think So actually now on Finland has taken over. Finland was asking me that they want to become a can immediately become. Okay, next. These are SRO initiatives. Earlier the initiatives that I've taken up last year. So as you know, like there was Tamil Nadu and Karnataka had this state acts. So immediately, so we had engaged directly with the chief secretaries, the chief secretary of home department, law department, asking that like and also district administration we are engaged wherever issues were there, especially Tumkur, Belgaum, Kalaburgi, Vellore, Kannur, Tamil Nadu, in Palakkad. SRO visits were undertaken 24 SRO visits, MFI visits 97, branch visits 67, HO visits 63. Complaint assessment, so as we know, like we have developed an format capturing the institution-wise, what are the parameters, where are the complaints there or not. So that computer around 30 MFS have covered. Also, best practices also have mapped. So this is there online. So anyone can go to the link and click it and see anytime. So that we all of us have now started doing it. I think
So
this-
all have now started giving in
all have started
the same format?
Yes.
Is it getting combined somewhere or is it?
No, we are using it for the tracking purpose. So that is actually so yesterday, in terms of the compliance tracking and all. So it is being followed now.
Best practices getting
That's
covered.
exactly. Look, now gradually,
Yes, sir, that is also getting compiled. It's an online sheet, so whoever is putting there, it's compiled instantly. So it's need a little more populated to get an analysis of it.
Are they getting from all the four of them? Or?
Yes, sir, for
So please try to bring it out there as a document. Try to make it visible.
Only one thing that, we are getting some discrepancies on the ground and we are uploading on it. That can be rechecked after maybe
of course,
6
that
months.
industry we have been
If it
doing.
is, and if it is indicated in that, then it's all.
And one more thing, sir, we are also doing the same institution that is being modeled in different states. For example, that's first published this thing. So we see like whether within state there's frequency for an institution. Kind of thing also.
Only the thing that we are going once again in that geography, whether they have taken care of that.
So we are doing it, sir.
So it's for approach करते तो अच्छा रहेगा.
Next is, sir, in Karnataka, like we are also engaged with the local leaders. We went with them in person and tried to engage them. And Assembly elections in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, we had engaged with the election commission. Also,
So all
field
three
staff
states
also,
are.
yes, sir. Field staff also, we are trying to create posters for them, do's and don'ts, and also virtual.
Did you have any instance of?
No, like we are, it's going smooth on this one. It's not much issue we have video. And also for CGRM, we had during our AGM, we had organized a conclave in Bengaluru, and field managers training. We organized 8 virtual field managers training on responsible lending risk and field insights in Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Karnataka, and Kerala, covering 460 staff. RBI officers training, it's going on. They usually invite us regular basis. 3 batches were completed.
How is your?
It is very, the feedback is very good, sir. It is a good opportunity to orient them on.
They are all new people.
Mostly like freshers, sir. Like around 1 year they have.
So you have a good.
Yes, yes, sir. Right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we have done a base presentation that is substantive. And then he is customizing when what yes.
Everyone to know.
And also Tamil Nadu, since there were this act and elections were there, we also organized 3 client relation programs in different districts covering 50 clients. And also now Chetana, we are monitoring very closely, waiting the SRO team, how is the status.
I think, there is in Chetna's case also, there is a problem in reporting by Chetna to Saga. Because Haris was telling that why there is a sudden dip in their portfolio. But when we were checking out this, it is very consistent. So there is also this on what Kuldeep has done. Malik has also done the same thing, wrong reporting. Wow.
Actually, something for the information, Chetana last 1 year is not provided. After this issue has come,
After the issue has come. But
But artistic continues.
yes,
Let's try to come here. If they are not providing data, are they?
person called, person to take care.
But at least you should tell them then you are not getting the data. You should communicate to
they have
them.
communicated very clear. To membership team, entire list that all those institutions are providing data, there are close to 30-35 in this meeting.
yes, I have seen that. What has happened at that time also, Nagin was somehow.
No, अभी तो नहीं है ना।
अभी नहीं है।
तो एक साल हो गया वो नहीं
I
है।
know, other thing is that there is a clause also that we cannot remove from the membership if somebody is not ready for it. So, in right.
Later they should be-
Then Karthik has also talked to them number of times to submit.
So
That's what we have done. But then,
at least spending portion saying
There are many members who are not providing data. We have communicated times on it that there are close to 20, 25, 30 members, but nothing has been done at all.
is very good.
Well, member support, we run a conclave on income assessment to offend aggregators in Bangalore. To promote proper income assessment to technology. And I'll also organize specialization on specialization program for civil service officers in Chennai. So to help us, I was like I was able to do dependent taking.
And that I would request all four of you, please start trying to get into these kind of things.
so there will be
Everything can't be.
So what we are planning also the same thing. You know this going to visiting these your local policymakers and friends. So I used to go with them. Now these four, they are quite empowered with that one. They can have access. They can go there. They're confident to do that one. So I build up their capacity that I come back. So only that one. So now this thing also in couple of states I'll be doing, but most of them they will start.
That's
doing.
right.
Yeah.
I'm saying that everywhere you can't
No,
do
I
it.
can.
So
So after this Tamil Nadu and Karnataka Act, we also closely downloading to this non-profit enterprise. We are having separate sessions for them, discussing it.
so that remains, we need to do a separate for, sorry, non-NBSC.
We will do it before our.
But you know, we will not do.
Along with, we do not do along with AGM.
Only non-profit members come for it. We will do some other time.
So let's do it now, it's between the AGM and between the.
But one
No,
thing,
no, what exactly in the discussion was, I'm not.
Like that last time we did along with the. AGM. Instead of doing it along with the AGM, we can do it separately, that's all.
Oh, why? Because they have to,
Only that.
train twice.
See, when you do a program for non-profit,
Uh,
they will be dominating the AGM. Because they will be coming for this and that.
Yes, but they should come.
no,
They should come, but they do not have that kind of money to spend twice.
no,
That it will happen is that they won't, you will get the people like Modak and.
No, I mean, I think why we did this one, because they didn't have money. They told that we cannot fund. We wanted to do and we have organized it separately, but it didn't work out.
Understand, yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying that if you do this kind of an event along with the AGM, their number would be there. They would attend that and.
But probably that's our efficiency. We have to improve our efficiency to bring these people.
we have to be. Sir, we can do 2 3 things. We can do 2 3 things. The first time when we did in Chennai,
It's your call, it's your call, okay, you have to do your.
last year, they didn't come in that number. That was more for an auto profit. Last year we had considerable number, but it impacts our AGM. Being a governing board run organization, we have to have good member in our governing board. Second, if we get sufficient traction, initially we can start on a virtual mode also to see how they are responding on those things. And then we can take a call like if we have to do it. The more important is how we can extend the agenda of our AGM more than the regulatory part like annual report approval, audit report approval. What extra we can add? The way we were thinking to have a presentation from civil on the sectoral part. We need to have good participation at our AGM so that we have good members in our board. As Paul sir was saying, that no one
Point is that we should have AGM all members.
that is more important.
But then it should not happen in such a way that totally skewed. You have only smaller players sitting there and contesting.
But why our bigger members are not coming?
That you have to answer yourself.
See, the thing is that we are doing it for NBFC, this your Sankal. We are doing it, they are coming there, possibly for that reason they are not coming. I mean, this is a very good meeting, but still there is a chance of that one that we have already discussed the things. What shall we be discussing over there? There may be a possibility of this one. So I am not very sure, but the thing is that if
There are
we,
two things.
when there is a problem, then we will move for not for profit, doing that, so in
Before
every
circle or few circle, we were not getting members in our AG. It's all about the kind of content.
So
We
let
have
us,
to be
let us
practical.
make the content.
But okay, I think we can discuss separately, but we need to plan the circle program.
For the second of the problem.
Regarding engagement with members, we try to visit all the MFIs, head offices, maybe Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, regular basis, 3 head office visits. And also to member meets.
How many head office, I mean, how many institutions have head office?
Head offices, we are close to, base MFIs, we have 40.
In all the.
Head office. But like multiple times also. Then we also work closely with Kasapi and like in Kasapi AGM, like we had organized a session on responsible lending for the senior state heads. And APME also we are supporting the state many plans conclave financially and also to building and also developing their background kind of data to them. And also like HR standards, also developing the HR standards and work also supported. Initially, I prepared this concept note and work closely with Sagar. So Safi, like the recruitment, a few of them actually left the job in districts like for recruitment. Initial since language thing is there, like I used to talk to them and give feedback to the HR.
Actually, in southern zone, you have 85.
MFI is based in social. Then also the remart, the rent agreement and all before doing like.
So then have a look at that, out of 85, how many are visited? Like which are the ones not visited and are they active or just take a review of how many of the out of the 85, how many are really active. If they are not active, I think that's.
Then this climate change project. So during a member visits, we also talk to members regarding the projects, what are projects we do. So doing such interaction, Bauda was interested in climate. So we are also scan that to head office and they are taking up the project. Same with Samudra also. So last year, what we could not do was this alien conservation we could not organize. So though I was closely working with like Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Karnataka had agreed for it and they said they'll give a date. But giving the date, it got delayed and we could not do it last. Tamil Nadu also same thing was there.
So please plan for this.
So that we could not do. And one more thing is member means 3 members we could not do in Kerala. And though we planned, but then it got postponed. And these 2 things we could not do last year. So key focus areas for 26-27 regarding SR activities. So we plan to visit at least 2 states every month. Compliance assessment and best practices mapping. As we planned a yearly 1 physical member meet and quarterly virtual member meets. After any core committee meetings in all states, though we have in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, other 2 states we have to organize a regular meet. That is something we should do. And quarterly programs with the division managers. So not only state, but we plan to go to division manager level and field level presence is required. So for that quarterly, we'll do that. And
Only thing is please ensure that you do it in all your states.
all the states.
All the top states.
And monthly, one client session program, in at least one program we plan to do. Like, and also R-based staff training one that is happening. This month we have one. Next month also we have.
You know, it is very important and very interesting that you will have this Sadhan by virtue of you. Sadhan will have that, that name bottle. So those people.
And next is other major events we plan to do is for income assessment, recovery practices. So along with the SRO team, these areas we have identified: income assessment, recovery practices, pricing, revision of code of conduct, customer charter, and governance assessment. So these areas we're working.
So what is that you will be doing? You know, supporting them.
I'm working with SRO teams.
The way we do code of conduct, household income assessment, some analytical note and all, we have internally formed a subgroup like Sri, Vinay, Karthik, Swabhi. they primarily work on the nitty-gritty and then we gradually finalize it. So just a wider interaction and to expedite different work. So for everything, we try to engage all SRO members and all RD in different roles.
So next is like, whenever we organize state level member meets, we got like, do not, we also have a thematic thing included in that. So, so first half we'll have a thematic thing and second half we'll have a state member meet. Like state member meet alone, we will also don't feel comfortable coming for that moment.
They want to spend all this time.
Yes, yes, sir. One day we can. So then, so along with state member meets, we plan to cover topics like HR learning and retail products. L&D, sir. Staff capacity building. We are IBF thing as well, sir. Staff training, sir. Staff training. The IBF model we have done. So now we want to also take it up with numbers again. So and also identify what are the reasons
Training on the microfinance
for the staff principals. Yes, sir. Different staff. For them, like what are the capacity building challenges, strategies. So on that discussion will be there, exclusively for the training, like that.
The thing is that we need to put our fingers on this. IBF and last
Yes.
quarter also, we got 80
Yes,
pass. 72 or 73 pass, 80 this year.
So
from
that's
microfinance sector.
to,
Uh,
and also the retail products, as Paul sir was also telling in the board meeting, like, supporting members with respect to, technicals on design strategies, process, sir. And, if I conclave maybe then, if CSR also going to do a conclave on CSR activity, since you are doing an manual on CSR, then you must have interaction on CSR to understand, and also LDM reading sensitization programs, civil service office sensitization programs, field level study in Karnataka, along with NABARD, and sensitization programs.
Field study, what is it?
NABARD, sir, last time we discussed, sir, we visited the CGM.
So what was this area we said?
On this impact of this act.
Overlap or?
Overlap, sir, overlap of borrowers. And like last time when we visited Bird, we are also planned for two programs for MFI sector. Identify and do that. And small MFIs, we also want to focus, have some focus intervention on small MFIs, since a lot of non-profit small MFIs are. How we can support them, so that focus intervention we want to have. And membership and SAPI, addition of new members and retention of existing members will focus, and RPD emerging, if it comes, we will also focus on that. Ongoing SSBC and NABARD project. And that's it. These are the gaps in SR.
Let me just. But meets, I think, Kerala and AP. We have missed last year. So plan for that thing actually. Then what is that you said LDM orientation has to be planned. At least 2 or 3 should be done this way. We can even combine AP and Telangana together, like we need Punjab and Haryana together. But other states you can do separately. But then maybe Telangana have that it's the same. No, so it's the same. So then you have to do separately. So you have to get the. They call them through the model. Yes, sir. So, anyway, whatever it's an online. Otherwise, a lot of things are planned very good. I have not much to add to that. Yes. The only thing is that ensure that you cover all these things. And whatever, see, the reporting also should also be with from your side, whatever we are meeting or whatever is there. So please,
So now since there is online things, uploading, after visits, you are uploading within the.
Even your regular meeting, regular visits, or is it only the SRO visits?
Yes, remember, it's also now we have a format, so that we need to upload short.
No, but we need to get the report also, but so that what we were to send to us. Has to be clear. And please do respond or I'll send you long back. We have to
No, that thing, sir, like you had asked regarding what other inputs on,
I will ask you, I cannot remember from.
No, I saw it in the inside.
Ah, so
You would ask other than that, what are the input? So I don't think we'll discuss it because
There
No, the point is that you should be forming when there is a query there.
Sure.
Even if nothing is on inside, not there.
and eventually you can give a power research.
Sure.
Okay, then report also.
Okay, so you are okay.
And your tour bills, once again, I am reminding you, please don't please come for the entire year, you know. But that's for you, it's a loss, yeah. Why do you lose your money?
Actually, he is doing savings by 50. The all is
No, for your information, he's the one who starts the.
Yes.
For the information of all the people sitting here, he is the one who spends least in his travels and stay and all that. That's a, most of the travel he does it by train or bus. And stay and all, he stays in a very, but those things I have seen. But then I'm saying that it's for the people who are scrutinizing the bill also, you know, getting everything at one, and that's not the way it should be.
I think this time is we need to late to exam even price.
Sure.
Last year, we couldn't do something.
That is doing it.
Last year.
Yeah. Anything else? Chandan, anything you want to?
No, sir, I have some points over.
Actually, very good video.
So, after all this price, what do you think? In fact, of habitual digitization of the system, both the side, within the operations as well as the teams that are applying the collection system. Which does not 100% and the collection part. And so it's and with the like difference of the balance.
Right, good. One of those are between the star and all, they have put the. 40%.
Islam would be,
Well, sir, 40%. They have two models. Brown model, onion model. Using both sides. So because of that, their field collection is 20%. So branch version is branch and 40% they are coming to branch and field. Remaining 30% they are doing only. So the reduce
So they are not the instruction of the team.
Also, not that they want only because they don't.
Off.
They are comfortable to create using the central place or intentionally.
They are used to, because initially, initially the asset model, so they used to have it in the branch and quick it. So distinct.
After that one, in geography, we have seen that in order to reduce the risk.
It's a cash value.
So
Yes,
they
yes.
push this cash and they deposit in the.
Actually, also same concept as in France.
Yeah.
Very process oriented.
we are not happening that way, you know. They used to collect it, and that is for the, because of the flower, that is to reduce the
Snacking.
snacking.
Practice is that for HDFC it was there. Even for few payment files, this practice was there, that branch based collection.
And they are willing to increase it up to what level?
They want to take it up to 60-70% they have cancelled. In Samastha also, in Telangana, they are having 40% plus. Satyam also has.
But what I don't understand is that expense of the operation cost is not coming. Like, so somebody, I think, is it Belson or who was the 15%? from the. Studies like. So, the point is that their average fund cost is coming around 8 or 10%, not beyond. But still they are charging 24%. See, that is something very, very obvious, that you are pleasing the people to.
I was why that way, you will get undue attention of.
It's going to be, So that's what, whenever there is a such kind of an aberration, please collect the full information. What is the 15%? What are the components they have gone into the 15%? See, you are saying that in thousand records, 60-70% digital collection, there are also 20% collections. In spite of it, you are operating costs. What is
What inside is 20%, sir.
the whole? What is it?
Of OPEX. Probably. And you know,
What are you doing with that?
The last year, we absorbed
So my.
that's a one sector, one.
As of our September data, we have seen the benchmarking thing we have done. And we sent advisory to these members. Some of them, bigger institutions, some of them have told us because they have stopped disbursement and they are not working under their full capacity. For few quarters, their operating costs are higher. It's showing high.
Because denominator is shrinking.
The portfolio is shrinking, but they have to maintain the.
Your average normally comes to 7.
That's right.
It be 15%.
No,
After it be double.
Is the figure is inflated. Last time RBI told ki it created a big problem with Arohan and others. The only issue was operating cost. They
Ask the full breakup. How we were asking not only operating cost but interest rate as what is your total breakup you gave us. So some of them told this is only for few 1-2 quarters, and we are sure that it will come down when we adjust the.
What is that at the moment? What is the position at the moment?
So
At least if somebody asks you, we ask you why it is 15%, 14%, or 20%, you should have an answer to
first
that.
we have the full breakup and
Is it
take
there?
a look and
So where is the cost?
sir, I'll have a look and understand.
at last time
Really, they could afford apart from that. Because there is a drastic decline in their portfolio.
I agree with that.
So, like, as a result, actually, their staff has the same. Actually, there is no staff as
That is there.
Impact
Salary.
the market
It's
impact.
same, but
Staff, number of staff. I think the establishment cost will be the same. Establishment cost will be same. So there will be a difference. From 8% it can go to 10%, 12%. I don't know.
told us Arohan was not able to justify their high OPEX.
majority.
And RBI encountered
Amrish,
their family, their relatives travel to Switzerland, Paris. वो सब इतना भुगतान.
The other insight is, me and Amrish, we went to visit study in UK. So I was actually exploring that why there is this OPEX, what kind of thing. Has it increased, decreased with this your technology, provision of technology? What they're telling that now the group is like earlier it was 6, now it is 4. They have to, instead of one like once in quarter or something, they have to go 3 times because those women they are not repaying.
Multiple times.
Multiple times they have to. That's another.
Right? We had a call with the company, their compliance officer and CFO, both were there in that call. Major reason is their infrastructure is as it is. And whatever, in terms of the staff salary and all, because of guardrails and all, the average loan that what field staff is supposed to process, they are not doing that also. So these are temporary in nature, but we have the entire breakup from all the MFI. Whenever we see some discrepancy, we send a formal letter and we have then all the
My
breakup.
point is that
Gradually, we have been once, for example, Tirumbar is so obsessed with funding. I mean, they are really facing a lot of problems. So they are quite hopeful that with credit guarantee mechanism. So,
what is the
I think it's 3 times.
12% last.
Yeah.
See, 15%.
What about 20%?
After that, other thing here, Karthik, you study that your area, especially Palsar, Ashirwad, and Spandana and all. Just kind of
Also, I think one more issue, there is a South Indian area. Operating cost as well as it is 38%. You just go and change. So, you know, I would they have not realized.
what is that? No, what is the, like, they are technically.
That's all is.
They are just their own function. What is okay? Why 20%? There is their own function that got upon the showing us this. That is the example things there. See, when you see, if your own file is there. Yes, whatever the case, I'm saying. You definitely come not to reduce it.
Thermal discrimination.
They only create a problem for you.
That question for the student, we asked explanation from the student from last 2 quarters. They still stop selling it. This time all follow up. They are not selling. They are attending our event. They came in our center, but not selling it.
So they will actually, the thing is that this MIS person used to deal with MIS partner also. He is not with the organization.
Athletes lobby, but for last 2 quarters, they are finding the MS person.
I had a discussion with their team, so they will.
For last 2 quarters, and this happened MIS person visa. When we started, we wrote a letter to for all explanation, and they didn't have any explanation at all.
It's a very dubious institution. The person himself also. और उसका बड़ा small है.
But the point is, they are our NBFC MFI members. They are our members, so RBI expect us to provide data of all the NBFC MFI.
See that. So let's go to the next.
Let's come to North. I don't have typically repeated the major activities initiated in North in 25 chambers. Sir, South will visit 24 in a year with MFI officers multiple times, met with all MDC, all MFIs, I call all MFIs.
How many MFIs have?
32. तो thrice हम मिले हैं 70 ब्रांचेस के साथ 57 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स कवर हुए हैं नॉर्थ जोन के और कोर ग्रुप मीटिंग हुई है सर एसआरओ को लेकर बिहार में 4 यूपी में 2 पंजाब में 1 और छत्तीसगढ़ की 1
अच्छा you don't have any for the Karnataka in Kerala sir we should be called all the members for the meeting or or can we call second so all the members we can write to him if you are not unable then we can say that
आरबीआई नाबार्ड एसएलबीसी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट स्टेक होल्डर के साथ बहुत एक्सीलेंट मीटिंग्स रही नॉर्थ जोन में और वेरी बहुत फ्रीक्वेंट विजिट रही ऑलमोस्ट आप देखेंगे तो साल में 3-4 बार हर स्टेट में स्टेक होल्डर्स और रेगुलेटर के साथ मुलाकात हुई
no I fully appreciate you for that you are connect with the RBI NABARD and all are very good
Thank you. क्लाइंट का इंटरेक्शन 450 से ज्यादा क्लाइंट्स को सीओसी इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ लोन प्रोडक्ट क्लाइंट रिपेमेंट पे अवेयर किया गया ट्रेन किया गया और 200 एमएफआई स्टाफ से भी माइक्रो फाइनेंस और गुड प्रैक्टिसेस और इस पे उनको अवेयर किया गया और सब क्राइसिस मैनेजमेंट में बिहार में और संत कबीर नगर में गोरखपुर में जहां जहां भी क्राइसिस आई वहां इमीडिएटली साधन ने पहुंच के एमएफआई को रिप्रेजेंट किया डीएल एसपी एलडीएम के साथ साथ स्टेट लेवल पे भी एडवोकेसी की गई तो चीफ सेक्रेटरी और बिहार में सीनियर ऑफिसर से छत्तीसगढ़ में भी मुलाकात की और सर 2 कस्टमर अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम किए गए एंड दोनों ही आरबीआई से स्पॉन्सर्ड थे साधन का पैसा नहीं खर्च हुआ ये रिम्बर्स हुए तो ऐसा मिला और सर बहुत सारी वेबिनार्स और वर्चुअल सारी मीटिंग्स में पार्टिसिपेट किया गया और संपर्क कॉल अटेंड हमारे जोन में जो हुई सबकी ऊपर ही किया गया और सर मंथली क्वार्टरली रिपोर्ट जो होता है सब तो गया ही और स्टडीज एंड रिसर्च भी जहाँ जरूरत थी एज एंड माई रीजनल डिपार्टमेंट थे मेरे चीफ सेक्रेटरी प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी फाइनेंस सीईओ ऑफ बिहार एंड डीआईएफ आरबीआई नाबार्ड एसएलबीसी मल्टीपल इंस्टीट्यूट लॉन्च SRO से रिलेटेड काम है. This is policy member development. 7 member meet हुई, इसमें 4 फिजिकल और 3 वर्चुअल. 3 क्लस्टर मीटिंग है और पॉलिसी रिलेटेड मीटिंग जो स्टेक होल्डर्स के से की गई.
So every state you have one at least.
1 फिजिकल होल्डर्स. एक छत्तीसगढ़ का होगा, खाली तो कोई डेट नहीं मिल पाई सर. डॉक्टर साहब क्लस्टर मीटिंग हम लोगों ने की थी स्टेट लेवल पे, जैसे पूर्व बिहार के में क्लस्टर मीटिंग की गई थी, छत्तीसगढ़ में की गई थी. नहीं वर्चुअल, इट्स वर्चुअल. फिजिकल से 4 मीटिंग हुई. नहीं नहीं, ये वो भी आपके टेक ओवर होने से पहले हुई. SLBC के साथ सर हर 4 मीटिंग की गई है. सिविल सर्विसेज ऑफिसर्स की 2 ट्रेनिंग हुई है यूपी और उसमें. एलियन ट्रेनिंग हुई 4 स्टेट में, यूपी, बिहार, पंजाब एंड हरियाणा. न्यू मेंबरशिप्स भी एक्वायर करी गए हैं और पुरानों को रिटेन किया गया. अब दूसरे कामों में
Those membership also please see whether they are regular in, not only yours, I'm talking also. Regular in submitting the data, regular in giving the information. If they are not doing it, please tell them that then we will not be able to continue with the membership.
and so this time also we organized a training, residential training of NABARD officers in Delhi.
That is third year we are doing.
एंड सर इस बार भी 2 ट्रेनिंग है और एक स्टडी है जो हमें एनबीएससी से लिए थे. और सब क्लाइंट अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम्स के लिए फंड किया गया है. और मेडो प्लस के लिए वाराणसी में एक मल्टी स्टेक होल्डर और एमएफआई का इवेंट किया गया था. उसके बाद फॉलोड बाय मेंबर मीटिंग वाराणसी में. उसके बाद सर एसबीआई के साथ लखनऊ एलएचओ की में कोऑर्डिनेशन किया गया था फूड परचेज और इसके लिए एक फिजिकल मीटिंग भी हुई थी लास्ट ईयर अगस्त या सितंबर में. उसमें मेजर एमएफआई लखनऊ के आए थे. For working on new geographies and preparing a note on expansion of business in unreached areas. Cyber Sunday का assignment दिया है, that is in, which is by the end of this week or early next week वो note शेयर करेंगे.
So which are the areas you are focusing on?
सर अभी तो हमने 200 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स लिए हैं अक्रॉस इंडिया. कहाँ वहाँ पे क्या रीजन है, क्या इंडिकेटर्स, क्या रीजन है, वो नोट शेयर होगा. साइबर सर विल गिव मी इनपुट्स और 200 डिस्ट्रिक्ट हमने अटेंड किए.
So it means
24%. जहाँ पे एमएफआई से लेस या लीस्ट या 0% है. और क्या कारण है?
Don't have to take all the 200 items. See, you have identified 200, you know, try to shortlist some 40-50.
अभी सब लिस्ट बना के रीजन देंगे, फिर पायलट शुरू करेंगे 1 या 2 स्टेट्स में एमएफआई के साथ डायलॉग करके यहाँ पे पेनिट्रेशन होना चाहिए. और सर बहुत सारी कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग प्रोग्राम्स में बर्ड को कोऑर्डिनेट किया, बर्ड के साथ और एमएफआई की प्रेजेंस और 2-3 वर्कशॉप में. आई वांट टू ऑल्सो स्टेट एसोसिएशन का मैनेजमेंट is a tough nut to crack, but
Only we do capacity building for you. Any specific topic here?
but the both the technology with with MFI and bird. और एक उसमें था डिजिटल पेमेंट्स पे था, एक एनपीसीए के साथ एक आरबी के साथ.
This based on the requirement of the annual.
ना वर्ल्ड पर पहले सेशन ऑर्गेनाइज किया था. टॉपिक उनके अपने होते हैं एंड वी यूज्ड टू कोऑर्डिनेट विद वर्ल्ड फॉर मोबिलाइजिंग द एमएफआईज, गिव इनपुट, गिव डेटा, नेम ऑफ एमएफआईज फॉर देयर पार्टिसिपेशन, एवरीथिंग. साधन उनको सपोर्ट करता है, उनका सब लॉजिस्टिक्स करता है.
So we have to take it from that. So how they work? So they people start for like 4-5 areas when they can develop the capacity of
Battery
sector.
It's a training program of the world where we are providing some support.
So send them the these like these are the form.
Data points with that, how to identify the requirement of the annual.
That's what. That's why. So we send them the these are the areas possible. You can take up from there. They take one or
दो इनको प्रोग्राम होता है, वहाँ पे जैसे डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म्स, डिजिटल रीपेमेंट्स
and also they do have their operators.
Technology.
And they do.
टेक्नोलॉजी वो अपना बीसी उसमें से वो उठाते हैं और फिर वो डाटा भेजते हैं हमको. अब उसको
Or you join the at what level from the.
ये एमएफआई से सीएक्सओ तो नहीं आते हैं, ठीक है. हेड ऑफिस से उनका कंसल्ट नहीं सर, हेड ऑफिस बुलाते हैं. जैसे मालिक कहता है फाइनेंस का हेड ऑफिस है, कोई रीजन में कोई
नहीं head office also directly.
नहीं. तो एक रेजिडेंशियल तो आईबी के सीएक्सओ भी मोस्टली हेड ऑफिस के वर्टिकल हेड के
नहीं तो इसमें जो ट्रेनिंग है वो ज्ञान है लिमिटेड होने के साथ वो और एक उसमें फर्दर एक्शन पॉइंट भी होता है.
Only training.
Only
और हेड ऑफ ट्रेनिंग रेगुलर क्या.
So this is also they also provide funds to their advice. They also get the refund. One is out.
It is part of the regular training curriculum.
Yes.
So they have some programs scheduled for MFIs. In that probably they are taking the support of.
वो यूपी के साथ जितने प्रोग्राम होते हैं यूपी में हमें फिर तो सारे साधन के ही सपोर्ट करते हैं जो लेटर इशू होता है वो तुरंत करते हैं कि और जो वर्क भी सॉल्व करता है वर्ल्ड कोलकाता में और सर बीमा में
Tell me, something that you attended that Bangalore.
Yes, sir, there are certain letters I sent to Congress.
I saw that.
They asked us to suggest few programs.
Achha.
By mail, by mail, that's why they asked.
Why don't you also get some programs like don't do some program with the Bangalore
We can do, sir, but that only they asked us to suggest to do.
for a choice because Sovic is able to do one or two programs. Here he is supporting that.
If they asked us to, this year also, sir, two training program on about officers are in their calendar and we see और एक study commission होगी अभी वो almost वो मई में आ जाएगा funds allocate नहीं
थोड़ा सा भाई बजट थोड़ा इंक्रीज करना
इस बार कितना पैसा दिया हूँ सारी कॉस्ट इधर है 2 लाख रुपए दिया लास्ट टाइम कुछ नहीं हुआ and I put a serious efforts but
don't term it as consultancy or don't term it as any.
नहीं हमको तो लेके
I am saying that at least supporting के तरह देखना पड़ेगा. Why should you?
So what are you thinking that to not years of this one? I will tell either chartered accountant or colleague to educate all of us that what is the knowledge we bring everything. Otherwise, you know, that every time going to them, doing the things, it's a burden. So if they help us to understand what is the nomenclature we use.
in last year we put serious efforts on Bima, but some of we have Microfinance Association, but
How can we release that? Yeah.
सर वो ज्ञान मोहन सर ने सारा गुड़ गोबर कर दिया उनको करना नहीं था तो उन्होंने खत्म कर दिया उसको ज्ञान मोहन को नहीं करना था तो उन्होंने खत्म कर दिया उसको ये बोल के
No,
नहीं सर
I'm telling you.
सर आप पॉलिश बात कर रही हो बात करूंगा
This came out in the board. Was again reiterating that we should pay.
सर हाँ
But the thing is that full, that time also that who will pay for that?
नहीं सर मेजर इशू ज्ञान मोहन का था कि कोई सुनिए कोई आदमी साधन का परमानेंट यहाँ बैठे ऑफिस बनाए साधन तब
And who will
एसोसिएशन
pay that one? He won't be paying.
हमको पे करेंगे तो ज्ञान मोहन इज काइंड ऑफ आदमी की जब कुछ ना हो गोबर करके खत्म करो इसका मन नहीं था कोई भी 100%.
Then you are prepared to.
We have prepared everything. We have said. Nobody responded.
लास्ट कॉन्फ्रेंस में एक करोड़ काम में किया था मुझे भी कि 50 लाख रुपए इस साल का 50 लाख वो उस तरफ ज्ञान मोहन उसको दबा के खा के बैठ
Why have you been blaming Gyan Mohan ji?
ऐसे की बातें हैं साल एजुकेशन बोला तो कि लोकल लोकल सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहा कैसे बनेगी
Time. So Amitesh also did. He also didn't like nobody.
अमितेश और
But told.
अमितेश और दूरी पे ही 5 लाख रुपया बोला हम दे देंगे लेकिन जब लोकल में भाई सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहा है
But I could understand from this all these years that if you are having very strong members and also deep pocket members, then only this thing will happen. In Odisha also they are struggling. Only Deepajati is there. He is contributing a lot in this state.
even sir everything was finalized बीमा का ऑफिस भी डिसाइड हो गया था कि इट विल बी हाउस्ड इन सीआर ऑफिस सब कुछ डिसाइड था वो ज्ञान मोहन ने पता नहीं क्या
Tamil Nadu can be known. Again, website is a bigger one. And so the thing is like, what is your network?
we have a association for them like we have
Again, the impact father also said.
MK तो अगर कैची काम करने के लिए किया 2 members बीमा बंद किया चैप्टर बंद रखा 2 members वो सब कर दिया
But there is one advantage. Tamil Nadu were based there. For that reason,
He is based there and there's a better kind of a bigger player is there. And also there are some
we can explore some different model we can
so
explore
what we have one task force.
core committee is there.
Core committee is there. That where
Do that we can maybe we can next meeting we can ask them once we have the feedback in next month in Bihar की मैंने एक plan करी है सर उसके लिए वो उठाएंगे तो and so these are the major activities of 25-26 26-27 का जो प्लान है सर वो शेयर में इसका पीपीटी वगैरह रेडी नहीं है सर
This 2026 का।
Yeah, ये वर्कर
Plan
शेयर कर दूंगा सर पीपीटी में वो नहीं आ पाया है मैं हाँ आई कैन टेल मंथ वाइज पूरा प्लान रेडी है सर अप्रैल में और मई और जून में सर एक क्लाइंट अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम बिहार के मुजफ्फरपुर में प्लान किया गया है और एक उत्तर प्रदेश के बाराबंकी है बहराइच इसको भेज दे क्या चुका मुजफ्फरपुर चंदन के वेन्यू वेन्यू में मिल जाएगा है ना तुरंत तुरंत तुरंत
I can with that two mess.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
that's
it's-
express, but
बस okay.
It's very good.
they are
They are really process for it, like,
they are good. हमारे they have a system.
so usually, I mean, some of this, top management, they are from.
But that's not telling me.
No, not, but that,
Okay.
they are filled with that,
What's the quarter year? Sir, this is April, May, June quarter.
Yeah.
This is April, May, June quarter. So you must have seen that planning. In quarter one, two client awareness program. One in Bihar, Muzaffarpur, and second is Uttar Pradesh में गोरखपुर, बहराइच, बाराबंकी. These are aspirational districts suggested by DOS RBI UP. तो यहाँ तीन जगह करना चाहते हैं एक वो कर चुके हैं हमारे साथ गोरखपुर में दूसरा अगर हम अपनी फंड से भी करेंगे पैक तो बहराइच या and for South districts in Chhattisgarh, UP, Bihar, and Punjab. For what?
You are able to submit the report based on that format which has been shared. Yes, the report compliance like it.
हाँ
Are able to give
हाँ
all the information.
हाँ वो तो बहुत आसान है छोटा करते हैं it's easy but कभी कभी लिंक नहीं चलता
इसमें क्या?
No, of course, the concept of improvement is always needed, but we are getting gradually. I mean, we introduced in the month of January, so we have been getting. We are hoping like in this financial year it would be up to the mark what exactly we all are doing, but we are getting some all of that. But it requires a bit of.
So we got around 30 branches information from different zone and different identifiers. Through that.
in the DFM part.
Hoping at least 50, 60. Yet we have analyzed that, but with the analyze will be better.
79.
one minute that is 18.
We are hoping like if we have some good analysis, we will present during AGM. What kind of gaps are there?
Okay. In quarter one, deeper engagement is planned in the UP and Bihar. We are also in the process of organizing a RBI MFI stakeholder intervention in Patna to supported by RBI. Earlier it was planned on 28 January, but due to some reasons it got postponed. So there is central board meeting in Patna after 9 years, and Patna was hosting that. So they was to reschedule the meeting and do it in next financial year. So it is planned in month of May, either or May or in June.
Only one thing about this is a part of discussion also. In Bihar, they have come up with this on this bill. Now it is yet to be signed by. So if we are doing lot of things and catching the public eye or media, then possibly it won't be good for us as well. We want to just get it going. So member meet तक ठीक है ज्यादा करने से क्या होगा they will once again they will start that one digging that one and
Actually, RBI is requesting us to organize a meeting with stakeholders and these operating authorities or operating state of Bihar.
Now, what was it?
The core agenda is they want EOW and local state administration to interact with MFIs कि क्या गैप है हाँ मतलब जो अभी EOW ने एक इंक्वायरी करी है
EOW is what?
इकोनॉमिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फ्रेमवर्क अभी वो
This member of parliament of two
That is
most of big district. Then RBI, since popular vote to RBI, so RBI wants just a bit of transparency to sensitize the politicians, like how the MFI works and all. It was planned last year only, then RBI postponed it.
इनका नेक्स्ट
From that
होता है, इनका रेगुलेशन कैसे होता है, ये कोई कम्युनिकेशन तो नहीं रखते हैं, पॉलिसी प्रैक्टिस तो नहीं होती है, तो वो अपने प्रेजेंस में ही नोडल ऑफिसर के साथ interact करते हैं। और साधन को डिस्कस किया है इसको करने के
Even in all the states, most of the states, RBI need to interact with the members and NBFC MFI as much as possible. They are keen that they are always saying that we pre-organize the meeting, we will be happy to.
Member and their customer.
मुजफ्फरपुर की ये जो क्लाइंट बिजनेस प्रोग्राम हो रहा है, ये भी आरबीआई स्पॉन्सर्ड हो। चल ठीक है, आगे चलिए।
सर ड्यूरिंग संकल्प सर ने बता रहे थे ड्यूरिंग संकल्प बिनी सर जब जा रहे थे सर ही वाज टेलिंग लाइक कि हम लोग को स्टैंड करना चाहिए अगर गवर्नर बिहार वाले बिल साइन नहीं करते और अगर भी देते तो आई थिंक वी शुड स्टैंड लाइक फ्रॉम बोथ
नहीं सुनो,
इस बार पटना बिहार में आया है ना स्टेट ऑर्डिनेंस अभी गवर्नर वी नीड टू स्टैंड फॉर इट हमें खड़ा होना पड़ेगा हमें बोलना पड़ेगा
फाइट अगेंस्ट सजेस्टिंग कि वी सर टू फाइल अपील इन सुप्रीम कोर्ट। हाँ, सुप्रीम कोर्ट प्रोसेस इज लाइक जस्ट गो टू सुप्रीम कोर्ट अपील करिए, क्योंकि दो बिल था तमिलनाडु और ये दोनों के अगेंस्ट अपील करिए। तो मतलब जहाँ पे झंझट की वाली बात है, वहाँ पे आलोक मिश्रा का नाम नहीं है, वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट झंझट हम पालें, ऐसे हैं। चलो जुलाई से टूर सर वैसे ही एक्सटेंसिव प्लानिंग ऑफ डिफरेंट स्टेट, 2 states every month, 2 states every month, and with multiple stakeholders meeting, NABARD officers training program, study and multi-stakeholder workshop with bird and other activities that planned.
Just one point, after vision financial literacy awareness of poor. Entire North.
But for Delhi, was study.
Entire North people. To please plan as many as possible financial literacy workshops for born.
Just that.
Bihar, UP, Chhattisgarh, everywhere.
Do
जो भी आपका region.
do we have enough budget for organization?
Find ourselves.
Kids space we need to submit concept no this is the financial literacy. So do we have decent number of state along with a decent number of MFI like the HSCC यार हाँ मतलब ऐसा ना हो ना क्योंकि अभी यहाँ पे 10 के साथ हम कर रहे हैं उनको साथ हम नहीं कर सकते we can look for क्योंकि अभी क्या we struggling to find this talent so we want to go with the no
Actually, ये जो financial literacy होता है, that they are planning, that is more from the perspective of MFI and their lending business. So, I mean, they like RBI, DA, so they always wanted to include their core business thing in the DA project. RBI objected also, like MFI are mixing the thing. So that's from that perspective. But the MFI are clean and
RBI का जो है जो third next phase जो है उसके लिए हमारा प्रोसेस आएगा सिमिलरली पता डिफाइन
but RBI का सबसे बड़ा point है दोनों में difference है. RBI is for developer education fund. They want only for the banking perspective. But our MFI wants from the MFI perspective.
Product.
one is the RBI regular one pan का जैसा हम propose करेंगे limited to the banks awareness. Another one which I am proposing इसके लिए हमारा NABARD से जो बात है that is more towards digitalization. Similarly like that HSBC और LATIC. तो उसमें क्या that's completely up to us कि हम क्या ट्रेनिंग मॉड्यूल में करना चाहते हैं कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ फाइनेंशियल
No, it should be better. That's one. This is the complaint.
we are proposing for this note that's why I'm suggesting कि नाम देना है तो do we have sufficient number of MFIs जहाँ पे हम कर सकते हैं
Maharashtra is doing really well in all the states with Anita and other MFI, our members MFI, and they are quite happy. I mean, whenever I think their comments and all, they are happy with their overall arrangements. And that doesn't cost much. Coffee that organized, coffee that
60-70,000. 9 MFIs participated in Varanasi workshop and 6 MFIs in Gorakhpur. So, बहुत अच्छा
I understand what is your concern.
तो मैं ये जानना चाहूंगी जैसे कि अभी जो हमें 10 जैसे MFI में ले लिया आज was struggling कि 10 किसके साथ चलता है it's not limited उसके बाद हमारे जो आउटकम इंडिकेटर भी है जैसे कि 80% का रिक्वायरमेंट
Like, is it because they are not giving to you or is it because of what was the
भी एक एमआरआई के साथ आप लोग कर हमने प्रपोज किया था बस वन है ठीक है तो
डिस्ट्रिक्ट ना
आपको सिर्फ ज्ञान भी नहीं करना चाहते हैं
ना सो दे आर नॉट लिविंग इज इट दैट योर
एक बार रिफ्रेश करो सॉरी सर रिफ्रेश करना रिक्वेस्ट करना
अपार्ट फ्रॉम
दो फाइल एक वर्ड फाइल में भेजा है भी तो पीपीटी ऊपर से वर्ड फाइल एक स्पेशल फाइल एसटी
अभी लगाएंगे
वर्ड नहीं करना अभी पहले पीपीटी करना है
pay that money that just uses there so that is also that
right
So this is the comprehensive plan of
Right.
research.
so see you are dealing with a very important
अरे ये पुराना वाला ले लिया क्या
area
UPBR.
UPNB. Of course, you have other states like Punjab. No, they are not very. It's not really. नहीं है. They are also there. पंजाब में कुछ है. हरियाणा में तो ज्यादा कुछ है.
First one,
छत्तीसगढ़ में ठीक है.
छत्तीसगढ़ में
कोरबा में
Punjab 1%, Uttarakhand 2%, Chhattisgarh 4%. Market share of the total assets.
छत्तीसगढ़ में
Chhattisgarh 4%. Punjab 1%.
हरियाणा में
Below 1.
and Uttarakhand में 2%. So basically, the focus should be for India. I would also suggest that someone from the head office also should be associated with it. Who is associated? In your association. You should also be visiting some.
What we have discussed.
It will not be that every time visit has to be joined. See, independently also you can.
So in first quarter, we are visiting certain couple of states, organizing kind of awareness programs, stakeholder meetings, and this districts. उसके बाद next quarter will be continue plan.
Later, what in the morning we were discussing also, like of course, one of the objective of having model officers are also like they are independently they are in touch with our members on the operational issue and different over and above what our RDs are doing. Plus some visits. Besides member meets and all, as we discussed also and we mentioned on SAB also. There are more discussion on district wide, local issues we discuss more in the member meet. So before member meet or after member meet, of course someone from the SRO will also join. Someone from the SRO team will also join the member meet and they will also visit the state, I mean the nearby district or risk prone district, meeting with the client, stakeholders, member, those things we have been planning. But it is important and that's the reason the way we are coordinating both RDs and nodal office, both jointly as well as separately.
So
As in
in
the
such cases, what we do generally, if we are doing for this, your state level meeting, we get that opportunity to go to the field and also.
Exactly. So that's exactly where I
I requested a
exactly that to save some more crowd.
My only limited point is that if a person from the head office may not be tied with the RC and do the visit. Of course, they should also be independently doing it.
Exactly, that's the plan. That's actually we have been planning also.
It's already planned for quarter one. We can see discussed in detail. Come out the plan.
Again, you say, DNC, are you doing together or are you doing
No, sir,
independently?
actually what.
Means the program we can do some.
Every time talk this and we are also. Me and Shri is saying that we were planning to visit Uttar Pradesh and also go to visit the RBI RO. So both can go and have a discussion with them and I'm separately also planning some.
Not you alone, I'm saying that those who are going from the head office, they will have to make a. Then only it gives you better efficiency. And the RCs are also doing one side. Our people also are doing another, that gives you larger coverage.
Every time we took in the morning also I ask all of them what kind of support they need from the team sitting at the HO. That will be extended. So that is and with Sri, I mean since she has been constantly engaging with the RBI, even RBI Maharashtra, Patna, UP, is even I mean that's exactly we are developing RBI as well as nodal officers.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, sorry, brother. Next, sorry, guys.
Sir, These are the SRO activities which we have undertaken during the last financial year. I have named this districts also in particular states where we have visited. And the numbers may be around, I think, around 50 visits we have undertaken. And the thing is that, I mean, whenever we visit a particular area, we try to cover multiple districts and multiple MFIs also. In any particular districts, we have said that a lot of MFIs are operating, so we try to cover multiple MFIs with single visits. Advisories in election bound states, we have issued advisories to the members. And also to counter negative areas, negative reports, mostly in West Bengal and Odisha, we have seen a lot of negative reporting, negative reports from the media also, mainly local media and YouTube, social media influencers. Not influencers, I mean, they call them reporters. So, to counter those, we have issued advisories. Even we have taken up those issues with Bhubaneswar, with the Bank of India, our RO also. To counter those things. Even in case of Odisha, we have seen that one political party, CPIM, they have led a delegation, led a rally actually to the RBI office. Regional office.
Is it from, with respect to some specific instance or?
Almost all were. I mean, it was,
Why they took a rally? Is it specific to any particular incident which has happened?
no, this is, I mean, state-wise, they have taken this. They first organized something in South. Then they have organized one press conference here in Delhi. Then they
That is
have
all India.
all India.
It was.
Yeah, in case of Odisha also, Prison Guard led that rank there. So the impact was not that much, but Alvin, especially the GM and all, they were very worried that, I mean, why such things are happening. We are getting a negative image out of this kind of initiative. So, I mean, whenever required to have issued advisory and this is not agencies, I must say that this is client and stakeholder interface because all four where I have organized, I have ensured that lead district managers or the district development managers, they should participate. And even in case of Bhadra Cuttack, we have ensured that representative from district magistrate's office, local police station, they are also participated in this FNCs and they have interacted with clients also regarding different things. The ADMs generally they used to speak about this government skills and all. And police they highlighted frauds and also from DC office also they have highlighted that high return promises of those kind of fraud activities. Especially in Odisha, we have seen a lot of these kind of initiatives. I mean, people influence innocent borrowers by saying higher by promising high returns and all. And these workshops are we have organized. I mean, for each workshop, I think we have trained between 15 to 16,000. We have hired the government community hall that is cheaper and also have provided food and all with their caterers and also that is also very less. So,
So how many you did in sir?
four, sir.
Four.
Four. Four.
Bhadra Cuttack, Balasore and Jayapur.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. So, the cost, yeah, so cost wise, it was, I think, sustainable and we can definitely take up this kind of initiatives in other districts of, even this year, I'm planning.
States also.
Yes, I was coming to this only. Odisha, Jharkhand also am trying to organize, even Tripura and Assam also will try to organize some of this. West Bengal is with the help of Arohun State Association, they are organizing. So West Bengal we may not organize, but in a couple of districts like Murshidabad and North West Parganas where the portfolio is quite high, there we can plan to organize this stakeholder interface because the state association what they are doing they are not involving the stakeholders, but we can call the stakeholders to such events. So RO engagement, this is the first time that we made a presentation to the regional office of RBI in Bhubaneswar. We presented them with the sectoral data, and the GM and her team was quite appreciative about it. And even other RBI ROs like Ranchi, Agartala, Guwahati, Imphal, Kolkata, some of them you also visited. Kolkata and Ranchi, Kolkata. Ranchi and other regional directors meeting with the GM, especially DOR and DOS, who have done. So I think
That your initiative of making a presentation to the Odisha RBI, it was good. And they appreciate research.
Thakur Saab's
I think
idea.
that should be the way probably we should be also looking at see, we should go with preparation. We should go with.
So I'm really very happy. Yes, yeah. So I'm very happy.
So that's right. So just going and see, when I'm going to meet the RDA, it's a different, more of a different level of discussion. It's a more just a courtesy, just to build up a relationship. But when you are going, you should go with little more detailed information and data. And if you can make it as a presentation more, nothing like that. So
Sir, we also did in MP, me and Cyber supplement RD. She was also quite happy.
You made some
Yes, presentation.
So state specific issues, state specific initiatives, that we are doing it, they also feel little more better and they feel that we are seriously doing it. Not,
So,
state government engagement.
yes, so we met all these states, Assam, Tripura, Odisha, Jharkhand, West Bengal, all the DIF, Director of Institutional Finance. And some of the secretary level meetings also we conducted during last year. Tripura, West Bengal, Gansu in Assam, and Odisha, Odisha, after this regime change, the new person, new lady, is here taken over the DI. So we met her, we celebrated her, and also we tried to present her this presentation. But due to unavailability of his and all, but we have shared one that page out of that PPT.
They are not able to go through the.
That printout of that presentation we have handed over to her and elaborated everything in detail. Next. So SLBCs also, I mean, all the SLBCs, even we have.
So you need to do a couple of.
Yeah, Indian trainings also, sir. I mean, in Jharkhand and West Bengal, we have tried and they agreed, but due to one or other reasons, we couldn't organize. But this year definitely
What we
will.
can do is that we have SLPC has a regular kind of. So take one of the such page and ask for every month they have. So every state has got a mechanism. Ask for one of that date and ask for it after.
So that is planned coming, I mean, this year. But engagement and physical meeting with them, having discussion in detail about the sector and all that is there. That was district stakeholder engagement. I mean, where we have visited, we have tried to cover, we have tried to meet LDM, DM and SP also, and try to sensitize them about the sector development and all. Some of the queries also they ask generally like rate of interest for collection and also we try to present them with fact and ground realities. And regional offices of large and mid-size MFIs in all these state capitals of all the states like Ranchi, Bhubaneswar, Kolkata, Guwahati. We have visited couple of visits were also done with the and it will visit all the member institutions. I have nearly 32 members in this group.
I have 32.
Yeah.
I think he's
having the largest.
So yeah, with at least 60 are active. Yeah, bigger ones are smaller ones are some of them. Bigger ones are all we take a review. How many numbers you 85, 50, 80 MFI, MFI. I mean all members.
Our members.
1332 are the active ones. If we count all headquarters there, I think in each zone also it would be higher than this.
So you have east and northeast, you have 41.
Yeah, so
Then
the.
41 में कुछ non-lending institutions are also. Out of 85 also minimum could be non-lending. Technology is.
इसमें भी नहीं है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में भी नहीं है।
So post in our members, post is not.
We have the numbers.
नहीं
Maybe में है सब NSABC, NDY.
Okay, okay.
Can you
So,
Care, health.
मुझे मिल नहीं रहा है टाइम।
हेलो
Lending. These are lending.
even the chief operating officer and chief compliance officer also visited, interacted with them and the outcome of such discussions also helped take some initiatives. Trainings also we have undertaken, branch level trainings. Whenever we have visited branches, we have tried to sensitize the field officers on COC, FPC, time protection and HR practices. And have also organized one training program in Ranchi, physical training that was organized with support of BART Kolkata. And they also have tried to facilitate the regulatory guidelines and all with the participants. And the reports, I think last year with support from Sunny, you have submitted numerous reports to different stakeholders, especially RBI offices, both Kolkata and Bhubaneswar, and also some state government, some state government also like Tripura has submitted some reports. And local administration, we engaged locally, like in case of Jalpaiguri districts, we have seen syndicators, a very organized fraud we have seen in tea garden areas. So they are also have engaged with the local police stations and all, even Dhanbad, Bhadrak, Kashian in Darjeeling, Jharkhand in Garhwa that built West Bengal Bardwan and West Midnapur. In Bankura also we have engaged with local police stations. So these are the some of the initiatives in SRO. And in member meet, in member development, we have organized all physical member meeting with member meets in all the states, West Bengal, Odisha, Jharkhand, Tripura. Only Assam we have organized Northeast on Congress, so that's why in Assam we didn't organize.
Tripura we had a meeting. Tripura we had a meeting.
Tripura we had a member meet. Manipur also we had a member meet. With
मणिपुर we have to plan something in Manipur in May or some time.
and a couple of other things also, like we have participated in stakeholder consultation committee meeting on bar in Kolkata. They are also for this financial year we have put two workshops already. Thematic workshops and two physical training program, on location program they call it. So and we have also organized the development teams and government officials training program in Assam, Tripura. We have organized, we are also in touch with Odisha and other states, West Bengal, so that we can take up similar activities in these states. Technology workshop with support from BARD were organized in Kolkata that was quite successful, and people from different states also they participated, and BARD also was very positive. I mean, they were appreciated. RBI also participated in that. And in Snappy, we have organized one workshop in Watch in Kolkata last year. Also supported HSBC and other projects which are going on in Pakistan.
You went for that. Odisha, no, not Odisha. Where do you go for that?
Nagpur. West Bengal, that was there. So there is some plan is there, sir. But plan open that site.
Same.
No, no.
So that will do two also.
Was
This one.
no, not this one.
Only one is there.
No, another one is.
Still, the count of MFRs in southern region, which Karthik take care, there are total 70 MFI. There are 25 NBFC MFI having head office in southern region and operating MFI 88, Karthik region. Coming on Swabik, total MFI 34, NBFC MFI having HO in that geography 20, total operating MFI 74. Of this, Total MFI having head office 38, NBFC MFI 17, total operating 84. Matav, total MFI having HO 28, NBFC MFI 10, total operating MFI 75.
March 26.
December 24.
So these are the activities which we are planning to have this year in June. So more or less, these are continuing.
Specific, you mean anything other than what this will tell you? Like your focus attention to the states and your fine. Anything new other than what others are doing?
So more or less same. More or less same. So few things like with BART, we are planning to organize one workshop on compliance part. So that is, I think, specifically for compliance. So that is 1 day workshop we are planning to have it for. That is
With the campus or?
no, it's about the lectures.
In their office.
No, we'll have it in the hotel.
Take it.
But they will support. So this is, I think, which is not there now. Okay. More or less our activities are same, but this virtual meetings with the Indian, this is the one thing that planning to have this year.
So one for Odisha, one for Jharkhand you didn't know. You didn't do it. Jharkhand and the West Bengal could be there.
Uzbekistan Korean is even that SMBC convener is quite active for now. I think you made during.
But they are not doing it. You are there for the
Yes, yes.
happy meeting.
But it is.
I
So hopefully we'll Uzbekistan and not.
So we can say any last of the reduction with what kind of kind of. And
Feedback.
maybe election, the collections or it's going on, it's still not completed.
that's
Any of the,
No, as of now, anything, no impact.
none of the states are.
No.
because prior to election, these kind of things is going on.
They are all type on, but, no, but you were also showing some kind of, BJP button, very so 1 lakh.
1 lakh assistance to the states forward. So they have announced.
Other states too?
States forward. Those are.
First one.
So that is their, in their manifesto they have announced. And CPI have announced that they will take action against them. These are the two political parties. They have talked about.
No, they didn't get much traction.
Nothing.
Nobody is going to win. Middle of.
No, but when people understand that, I mean, in this way, they are not exportable. So, and with the natural market, the clients, if you talk with them, compared to other states, I believe, other states also, they are very aware. And they know which features and all, those features and all, in West Bengal also the similar.
The best portfolio is still very, West Bengal.
Is there an MP with the same?
Yeah.
Part again, part.
Less than 5%. Less than 5% average.
So for something.
2% भी नहीं है तो 2-3% ही है अगर 5%
I have seen the data of different states.
West Bengal is sanitizing that portfolio, it was started long back. But post-COVID, it was started.
Well, thankfully, when everybody started pushing the credit,
West Bengal was very problem, very cautious.
so they had to go a little early in question.
And we still was.
Both now, I think we are.
after we have microfinance bill, there is significant improvement in Bihar figures. MFI is now they are able to recover the previous and far payments.
Karnataka basically because of that bill and but again, I think the new loans are not going.
New loans are better in the
New loans.
there are some spillover effect in Punjab. So that which is
The base market
only
now,
Pakistan.
I think the north.
Huh?
North is the best market.
But are they people are going there to forget it?
Here, northeast means Assam, primarily. Tripura also, And they are also
I'm
expecting
not
to.
seeing some growth.
Yes,
Because
yes.
because of microfinance, like institutions or is it bank?
SME mostly.
No,
So
no,
the
we-
SME has good, SME has good portfolio. And
It was I thought it was I was saying that you were saying that it's 5 quarters continuously there's a growth.
Continuously in our-
Sorry, other day in the Tathanol, something that you were saying that 5 quarters there was a continuous growth.
30%.
30%. Okay, so what is the target? Is it the bank? Somewhere.
Some of this GDP also they have open branches and Samatha also. And
So it's a good market. People are going there.
AP, yeah, people are going. And AP, Mizoram, Nagaland, both these three states primarily, they are seeing a lot of growth.
Why don't we do a program?
so Arunachal Pradesh is also another, the Arunachal Pradesh is also a problem. Problem is that we may face problem. The same thing like Bihar, there is AP, SRLM, it is very much strong. So they are pushing a lot of money as well. So
What's in SPS big travel to go NPS and all.
So they are pushing the money into the system.
That's my program.
Sir, in Arunachal Pradesh, for last 5 quarters, 4 quarters, the NDFC MFI's growth year on year was around 50%.
50.
Uh,
50.
Yes, 50. Last quarter, February quarter, it's
We show that there's an action happening. There's a movement happening.
Yeah, people are going.
So be careful for that one.
So all the states having considerable growth, like Telangana for DCL plan also, like Andhra, Telangana, Arunachal, Bihar, DPF for Rajasthan. They are planning some sensitization for the government also, like they should know in advance how things are being regulated, where we will invite RBI.
So
This-
ideally, what we can do, like you were saying that RBI,
Exactly.
the RBI, you are planning some program in Patna. If you can get hold of RBI, local RBI also to participate in.
That we will, sir. We will get RBI.
If you can jointly do that.
Whether we have witnessed in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Bihar, where is the able national bill. RBI has tried its best to push the bill against the bill. So, and RBI is keen to work with us.
So I'm saying that it can be jointly done, you know.
That we propose.
It gives a better.
Even if they support us
better
financially,
acceptance.
they just provide us logo and all, that will help. That is actually very exploring, we are aiming for every quarter.
सर ईटानगर में अगर प्रोग्राम करेंगे सर, हमारे NSFDC के CMD अरुणाचल कैडर के है, so we can take advantage. NSFDC का जो अभी का CMD
One more thing, Chandan. Haryana will contact the revised.
Sir, this is the monthly.
Haryana, next after Sangeeta ji और अमृत.
Both of them.
नहीं मैं तो एम्प्लीफाइड ऑफिस ही कर रहा हूँ या फिर अगर मैम कर रही है फिर तो करें, नहीं तो फिर मैं प्लान भेजना
आप हरियाणा के पूरा कवर करोगे.
NCF.
NCR हरियाणा भी होता है, NC बहुत दूर नहीं जाती.
There are 16 districts in Haryana.
हाँ
So आप सब कवर कर देंगे.
हाँ
All the 16.
हाँ.
राजस्थान, यूपी and हरियाणा.
यस राजस्थान के 2 डिस्ट्रिक्ट, अभी 3 डिस्ट्रिक्ट हो गए हैं.
बहुत पहले
4-5.
यूपी है.
हाँ?
यूपी कौन से? नोएडा. मैडम, it would be good if you cover Meerut also.
मेरठ है.
हाँ, both districts are very.
मेरठ थोड़ा सा दूर है. ठीक है मेरठ भी चले जाएंगे.
फाइल का जो हेड ऑफिस
वो मैं कर रहा हूँ. तो मैं कर रहा हूँ.
हेड ऑफिस मैं एवरी कॉन्फ्रेंस में आप करोगे.
हाँ एचओ जब होता है तो मैं भी जाती हूँ उनके साथ, बट ये
So when somebody is going to the basic, he is going to the field. And when somebody comes, he also goes around.
During national conference, I come and visit.
That's the thing.
So, good afternoon, sir.
Very good. मैडम इतना काम
So-
कर दिया कि सामान ले रहा है.
So basically, this is the achievement of West Zone last year 25-26, and SRO activities में regular activities है. I have added 1 or 2 new initiative, which is customer sensitization program.
Surprised, your SRO is already 10. When others are
So
talking about
10 with respect to 10 months के अंदर में only branches and regional offices visit and additional 25 head offices are also visited. In addition to this.
Karthik or others are still talking about the SRO visit, even for the Ambrish also. But I think 24 hours. 24. So I think Karthik showed 24.
So mine is also the 10 plus 25.
But
So 35 है. So
But
repeat-
SRO, sorry, head office visit is also an SRO visit.
So 20, yes sir. So 28 head offices है मेरे नोट में. Out of 28 I have covered 25.
How many times? How many times covered states? मतलब अहमदाबाद गुजरात कितनी बार गए, एमपी कितनी बार गए, मुंबई कितनी बार गए, वो महाराष्ट्र कितनी बार गए, इनका गोवा कितनी बार गए? वन विजिट साल में 4 बार गए,
सारे cover हो गया.
सो साल में 4 बार गए, गोवा 4 हो गया, महाराष्ट्र 5 बार गए, वो 5 ऐसे जो
So ऐसे include भी दिया. 25 plus 10.
तब तो वो
35.
वो सही है.
35.
Okay, what is the what is the number you have?
25 they are provided sir.
25.
35.
25 plus.
Listen. This head office visit is also part of the.
Yes sir.
Because of course they primarily go there to ensure
To
the
meet the CS and CRO.
That is not one or I thought it is not part of one head office. Yes, I will clearly. I will go to the next officer.
one visit you are covering all those.
Head office, regional office,
तुम जोड़ लो.
it is 25. 25. So. Actually, they are going for this actually. And that was they look
If I understand, because Madhav is one guy who is
Actually,
one time. Why only 10 years? It is
35, sir.
I mean, last year also I discussed with Olga to just clarify the definition of SRO visit and
I remember.
just going in the field, visiting some of the borrowers is not SRO. As an SRO, we have to ensure the compliance at the institution. Whenever they go anywhere, and that's why I need to see everyone in their monthly plan to visit at least 2 HO in their business to primarily ensure and not necessary to meet the MD or CEO. You meet the compliance officer, meet the risk officer, meet the vertical head. But they are more important than meeting the CEO. You meet CEO for the conceiving. They are the kind of organizer. But you spend couple of hours with vertical head. They can give that input. Okay? So I mean, internally we can give it in nomenclature, membership meet and SRO visit, but I consider that
But what I would consider as an SRO visit, if one is visiting the branch and the head office and that structure and giving a report back in that.
that exactly we are streamlining and we are looking for.
So, sir, number of LPIs branches visit 57, and others like district 42 I have covered. Maharashtra Pogri, we had technical meetings, facilitated Sankalp with coordination, follow up, and others. So, two major things I did, sir, in SRO vertical. One with respect to customer awareness. Generally, we do and we go to attract customer, sensitize them on various things. Where I covered
Awareness, where do you do at the field?
at the village sir. जहाँ पे सेंट्रल मीटिंग लगता है वहीं पे बैठ के बात करते हैं.
And how many people would be covered in that?
So 106 sir.
That's total. One such awareness.
एक मीटिंग में कितने लोग?
Sir, it is up to 20. Depends
Only
on
that's seven meeting members.
yes sir.
And what are the things you cover in the?
So basically we do have checklists provided by SRO team to cover those points like कमीशन नहीं लेना है, आपको रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट पता है कि नहीं पता है, कितने लोग एडवाइजर लोन लिए हैं, किस पर्पस के लिए लिए हैं, ऑन टाइम रिपेमेंट कर रहा है कि नहीं, डिजिटल कर रहा है कि नहीं. अच्छा, आपको कोई लॉटरी स्कीम आएगा तो लोन माफी के लिए आप जाते हैं क्या करते हैं, कोई माफी का स्कीम आया कि नहीं. So something like we have.
That is more on the fair practice course.
मुझे भी भेज
And
देना,
Reserve Bank of India. and-
मुझे भी भेज देना।
So we said, their duty, that obligation as well as their, also they are both the side. Taking loan, so they are duty to return back in time also.
In fact, that's what I wanted to tell, that responsible borrowing is something which you should be telling them during your, they should know how to responsibly borrow.
Yes.
They should know how much I can borrow, what is my income level, what is my repayment capacity, what is my purpose for the borrowing. That is something we should be.
सर इसी को अगर हम आइटम बना के सोशल मीडिया में पोस्ट करें तो देन दैट बिकम्स लाइक समथिंग ना, वो फोटो लेता है जो कल मैं बोली थी, फोटो लेता है, कस्टमर सेंसिटाइजेशन भरता है, वो तो पॉजिटिव न्यूज है ना, वो हम रोज करते हैं उसको।
हमारे जो पोस्टर है वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑब्लिगेशन दोनों ही है।
She's not talking about posters, she's talking about the activity.
So 106 customers are covered during last year 25-26. 141 staff.
Borrowers are covered in how many such awareness meet?
So it's this during sir SRO field 106 एक तो 6 कस्टमर SRO विजिट के दौरान कवर हुए, एंड अलग से जो कस्टमर अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम हुआ है वो हुआ है उस्मानाबाद महाराष्ट्र में, आपका इंदौर मध्य प्रदेश में और डूंगरपुर राजस्थान में, जहाँ पर 290 कस्टमर कवर हुए हैं। SRO विजिट के दौरान हम लोग फील्ड स्टाफ से इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, वेदर दे आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस गार्डरेल 2+ नॉर्म्स, वेदर दे आर फॉलोइंग और नॉट। ऐसा तो नहीं है कि उनके ऊपर प्रेशर है, कितना टारगेट्स होता है, सही रिपोर्टिंग कर पा रहे हैं कि नहीं, क्या कोई उनको इशू है एम्प्लॉय से रिलेटेड, फोर्सफुली काम तो नहीं कराया जाता है, समथिंग लाइक दैट। वी आर ऑल्सो लाइक sensitizing them on responsible lending also, sir. So where I covered around 141 staff, and then crisis management and representation we had done, sir, in Konkan region of Maharashtra. That political movement was there. And apart from that, we had also done good job in Gujarat with regard to loan waiver. This crime branch and cyber crime team and other stakeholder. In addition to that, we had also covered the Dungarpur, Paswada, where the tribal issue was there. And we, like from southern side, we only went to field visit to sensitize everyone, and including RBI regional office and all. So members were very quite supportive, and they were also giving a good feedback regarding southern immediate and active support. Apart from this, regular activities are there like SROC meeting, other meetings like submission of regularly monthly and quarterly report to office and other things. So these are there, sir. And with regard to member development, I had done 3 physical and 1 virtual state member meet where Maharashtra is pending. So we are planning to have it in this quarter. Secondly, sir, I did a couple of like district forums and cluster level meeting virtually to sensitize the members on serious issues like Ratnagiri and other which highlighted earlier, sir. We have covered all 4 SLBCs in West Zone. We have also had 3 state civil services training in 25-26, where we have trained around 230 officers. One initiative I took, sir, I did one virtual training program for MFI staff on industry code of conduct and best practices, which was widely appreciated by all members, where we have close to covered 390 staff across 4 states. One roundtable meeting with regard to this international funding initiative, which we conducted in Gujarat, Gift City. Since this funding issue and other things which we have been regularly doing, sir, and are waiting to vertical head and other team members. LDM sensitization program where we covered around 85 LDM officers, 2 states, and this year we are also planning to have remaining like Rajasthan and Maharashtra with the coordination with SLBC.
This year we'll have it.
Yes.
Should we go wait up to January or should we do somewhere in the
So I'm coming to that, sir. The next one PPT is there. So these are some activities which we have done, sir.
And I've kept this national conference fundraising in member development since it's a part of policy basically. And SAPI, I facilitated RBI program workshop and other meetings. We lead corporate program also facilitated and supported team, including HSBC and other. So these are like the activities which I've done in last week. This is the lecture plan of this 27. People not communicate enough beautiful Nana. So then 26, 27. So, sir, activities, these are the activities where I get 10 months, सर months से count करता हूँ. इस महीने मुझे 12 महीने में 10 महीने ऐसा complete करना ही करना है.
Just let's start as brief variety of that. 10 basic split or
10 months में मुझे cover करना है. और 2 months मुझे gap रखना है for latest.
initially what was it? This thing, what was it?
हो रहे हैं वो month wise है कि ये सब 10 10 महीने मुझे जाना जाना है. सपोज जनवरी में मैं जा रहा हूँ every month he will
How many states you want to say? Very good.
दस में 4 करेगा ये तो
I not take much time. So few things.
What is that you are doing something different from or something special from?
So this funding initiatives are having a discussion with most of the banks. And this year, financial year, we initiated already meeting with SBI, and we are planning to have one more PC conclave on national PC conclave on microfinance sector, maybe in the second quarter of this financial year. One key focus area is also there with regard to new membership. This orientation is which we have actually is like this direct contact with the these your banks and other presentation on the site. So we are doing it already with our banks, and this year we are also looking forward for banks. It is helping us to orient them. We go to the advertising here to they want the individually planning like round of meetings with them maybe next time.
along with that, can we also mention about basically watching and climate change? Transfer strategies. Is it watchman on the it measures specific technological nearby? While we have having this rigorous need for this so we can install that data down that could be another product that
So, sir, this new membership orientation program, another key focus area for this current financial year. I would also like to take the charge to.
This orientation program for new members, it's not only for one region.
Yes, sir, it's for national.
Let's do that immediately, whatever, who are.
And last year, I also suggested, sir, those who are like big name who are joining us, or maybe like NBFC, MFI, or regulated entities. I think we should post one social media post welcoming the member, their logo, and all. It should definitely.
Smaller one, I mean, the bigger one.
Yes.
Can have smaller one. For you, this year membership में मेरा मन से और
few names are so few names are also there, sir. So few names are also there, sir. Since we had a very good meeting with both this CGM, SBI, and IDBI ED, so they both agreed to take up our approval from their senior management for our membership. So IDBI Bank, we are in process, and State Bank.
Have you ever visited Tata Capital in Mumbai?
No.
Head office? Next time, whenever you are in Mumbai,
Definitely.
next in office in Thane, you please go and visit.
Yes, sure.
No, but he is the chief risk officer. Earlier you were with me in industry, so you changed.
So one more initiative, sir, which we TOT of training heads as presented by Soibal sir yesterday. So this year I wanted to have one program, maybe with support of PERT. So where we will invite the training heads of MFIs and
So it should be a program for not only one region. So it's like suggestion from your side. So I think you need.
and regular visit of SRO as had rightly said by like compliance tracker हम लोग सर वो रेगुलरली कर रहे हैं वो तो करेंगे ही साथ में कस्टमर अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम का सर इस साल हमने 9 प्रोग्राम रखा है विद ऑल द स्टेट so these are the regular activities which I'll do. Apart from that, sir, I do have additional responsibility of this funding and sponsorship and all those things. So I would like to take this opportunity to once again continue my support to Southern team. One concern, sir, I'm seeing like in maybe in couple of months. So MP Madhya Pradesh is in radar. And it is not working well in terms of the new disbursement and the recent one or the recent portfolio which was disbursed by enterprise, which is also not working in few pockets. But overall, state is also under radar, and we are keeping a close watch.
What is the pronoun says?
No, sir.
So President was telling that it is good, these banks are looking forward, but there is one big shock they see was Sai Sarthi.
What?
Sai Sarthi is like a big change.
What? Just
Just a 100 crore खा पी के बैठा हुआ है बंदा। भाई साहब,
हाँ this.
हो गया।
अरे कोई बात नहीं। सर ये एक नोट मैंने बहुत पढ़ा है ये 20-25 पेज का है
क्या है ये?
so basically
Activities of the last 1 year.
no so this is the activity of this is the activities of the state and district where the issues was there क्या issue था हमने क्या किया the intervention which we had and after that the situation status. So where I kept sir 64 districts from all four states, and out of 64 currently we have resolved more 50% issues in nation with respect to the loan waiver, with respect to political intervention, with respect to loan waiver, death, suicide, and all those things. Sir. So this I have prepared based on
So
the work.
it's a summary of whatever you have done in the
Yes,
last
sir.
1 year.
Yes, sir. See, this is with respect to state and district initiative, what we have done and what is
Exactly, we have been discussing with all the already, like, we know that there have been issues like information, but we didn't have anything documented. If someone asks us, and that is exactly for our Sankalp, we created a second session based on this information. Then how we got it from all the RD in their geography, how things have been. So, and we want to maintain it and update it.
and the more important part, sir,
This gives me an idea that when we get a similar report from all the.
So,
That is certain.
and that's keep one additional this leeway sir here. When RBI is asking, suppose RBI regional office calling.
From there only you cut out that.
Exactly. Well, I mean, currently, of course, that needs to be updated more details so that we can next year, because this year, if you remember the presentation we made in session 2, it was covering the estate, but we wanted to go more deeper and hopefully next year we will have better information.
People for SRO, two SRO economy. Lastly, in last 2-3 months, whatever was the we shall. So we shall looking was very happy.
And sir,
Also, risk level also they are looking for such insights.
and for this RBI regional office Rajasthan, they frequently travel me and Soibal sir and other also. So they asked like last time you came with 3 issues. Have they been resolved or not? What is the status? Can you let us know the numbers of what disbursement? Can you let us know the field insight? So this help us like annually to bring those information and share with the district. So
I want to ask you a question. The districts which you have shortlisted, and are those mostly the high portfolio districts?
No, so the district I identified here, there are 2 methods I use. One with respect to the risk, आप लोग जो risk scoring करते हो ना,
hundreds of from 100, 50% data like covered, the 50% identification of the districts were covered, and 50% based on our member relation, our member interaction, our member field visit. They are informing us there are some issues in Maharashtra or any other state. So 50% from the analysis side and 50% from the field side. So I
So
club
take-
together and the team.
Highlight like in terms according to the risk report, like what I noticed, like in even MP, like most of the risk districts are the high portfolio districts only.
Like,
Yes, yes. Jabalpur, Sangrur, Ratlam, yes.
Ah.
yes.
So
Ah, portfolio will be higher, risk will be.
my suggestion, like first, we would be able to target high portfolio districts also.
तो मेहता में आदर्श फॉर एग्जांपल मेहता जो मेरा पास क्लाइंट से डायरेक्ट कॉल आते हैं ना, अब तो इतना क्लाइंट स्टाफ ओरिएंटेशन प्रोग्राम करते हैं, मगर जब भी कुछ क्लाइंट को क्वेरी रहते हैं, लोग जो रीच करते हैं लोगों को, वो लोग क्या क्या हमारा साधन का टोल फ्री नंबर दे देता है, ये क्लाइंट का ओपिनियन है, instead of they should give clarification or they should give their own toll free number rather than साधन के साधन के पास कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन कहाँ से clarify
Right. They actually, what Nandi ji is trying to say कि जब आप sensitization कर रहे हो ना, जैसे सेंटर मीटिंग्स में जाके sensitize करते हो, sensitize about escalation matrix of payments. समझ नहीं आता उनका फर्स्ट नंबर नहीं लगा, सेकंड नंबर पे कॉल करना है.
Apart from that, if there is some said कि वो क्या क्या
हाँ.
फील्ड अगर लेवल के कोई इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है, they should give their own toll free number so that they can reach to them rather
They
than
अगर MFIs में नहीं
the SRO number should be there on their loan card.
तो अपने ये
तो अगर वो SRO का नंबर कॉल तो
पहले आप
तो वे इसी सपोर्ट को जैसे आप इसको मैं जितना नोटिस किया ना इसका ना उसके ऑफिस में जब वो गए थे तो उनका वो मेथड है ये मैकेनिज्म तो फर्स्ट borrower supposed to dial on the toll free number of sponsor. Then that time they mention MFIN that then you dial the SRO number and then RBI. So what happened at the time of training program under orientation program, you know tell borrower that how this system works. Because at times what happened and many times because borrower they are not as educated and all. They started arguing with us. No, this is not the information, that is not the information. So that was all.
I agree with you, but that sample it's all simple. I need to understand.
So you also have to understand what's going on outside.
हम लोग एग्रीज उसको पता ही है ना,
तो ये उसको
हमारे पास
In interaction, you should ask them. We have an issue, what to do first. They say like, what have to do, what I do. That question
we ask them, so most of them
टोल फ्री है GRM तो हमारे
it's not for that. That's what we want.
That is the number. So they, but I'm seeing the number. So now with the new toll free number, things will be much more better.
This is another
Automatically take care of the.
This is another important area we are expecting a lot of traction and input in this kind.
Good. Anything?
One more.
Sir, मुझे भी बोलना है.
I'll take one point.
Okay.
So, with regard to some membership, Mera suggestion, I don't know whether you like it or not or whether it will be helpful for us or not. So, this first quarter, which will be very crucial for this under this the CGS MFI scheme. And secondly, sir, this top 10 MFIs in terms of portfolio and presence across country. I think we should visit them, like personally from your side and other management team to cover all those top 10 MFIs.
So what is it?
For engagement, for regular engagement. I heard one thing, sir.
How is it connected to CGS?
So funding related issue, they are, not very confident whether they are getting, this FAQ will come, sir, अभी आया नहीं है. So mid size वो तो करेंगे साथ में, लेकिन अभी भी उनको लग रहा है कि कहीं ना कहीं कोई इशू है जिसकी वजह से उनको फंड.
Darjeeling will not have a problem at all. Only that
They do have some apprehension, sir. They are not getting sufficient fund as they require. Much fund. Cap is there. And secondly, sir, yesterday I wanted to highlight that, but unfortunately I couldn't get time. So, Bajaj person, this Anand Kumar, in between one meeting was called in Odisha, and where the Bajaj name were given by us, or I don't know. So I got a call from this Gunjan Grohl, who is the chief operating officer here, and he reports to Anand Kumar. So he was telling like before sending us name, since we are like good company, before sending us name, at least you should inform prior to that that you are going to provide our name for upcoming RBI meeting or any government meeting with regard to microfinance operation. So I think they are not like the उनको बोला था ये कि आपको पहले बता के फिर आप मिलो।
What's the meeting of it?
I think the Odisha RBI called up all the
Regional directors.
with the
So he was not happy. He was saying like MFIN didn't provide any name. I think he took the name. MFIN didn't provide any name without consulting us. If they wanted to present our name or share our name in the list or mail or whatever the communication, it should be the way to communicate prior to sending any names and all.
Okay.
So he was telling me, so I'm in the impression that maybe in a few quarters or month they may leave. I'm in the impression.
Okay.
So that, no, but the thing is that it had to be in that way, and we used to do that one.
Chalo, wait.
So Chandan, मैं दिल्ली एनसीआर का लाइक से इट इज 35 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स, दिल्ली का भी अगर डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स मिलाएंगे तो, बट दिल्ली में मैं नहीं जाती फील्ड में, किसी का भी फील्ड नहीं है. सो आई गो टू 23, लाइक मेरे एरिया में 20
बहुत है
फील्ड है, लेकिन जितने सारे एमएफआई से मैंने अभी तक बात किया है, किसी का फील्ड अवेलेबल नहीं होता है. नहीं,
BFIL
वो कभी दिल्ली का नहीं देते.
हम लोग पहले तक अभी है
नहीं, हाँ, कोई भी दिल्ली में हमारा ऑफिस नहीं है बोलते हैं मुझे अभी तक बोला. फील्ड विजिट के लिए मैं फील्ड जाऊंगी ना, नहीं है, तो फिर मैं दिल्ली में नहीं गई हूँ. सो बाकी सारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में जाती हूँ. मैंने अभी पीपीटी नहीं बनाया, मुझे नहीं है, लेकिन हर महीने मैं एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट में जाती हूँ. अभी तक रिपीट नहीं हुआ है जब से मैंने लिया है. सो एंड देन ये क्या है, हरियाणा के 16 डिस्ट्रिक्ट तो है, राजस्थान का अभी 3 डिस्ट्रिक्ट हो गया है, यूपी ये नोएडा, मुजफ्फरनगर, सिमली, हाँ ये सब है, बुलंदशहर सब है. तो सर मैंने अभी देखा, जो अभी बात हो रही है ना ओपेक्स कैसे हाई है. सो व्हेन आई वेंट देयर, दिसंबर से बहुत सारे लोग डिसबर्समेंट नहीं किए. तो हाउ इट इज हैपनिंग, मतलब सिंधुजा के ऑफिस में मैं कहाँ गई थी, इधर कहीं गई थी हरियाणा में. सो 2 ही लोग हैं वहां पे, एक ब्रांच मैनेजर है और एक फील्ड ऑफिसर है. और क्या कर रहे हैं वो, लाइक दे आर ओनली कलेक्टिंग, जो भी डिसबर्स किया है पहले से वो कलेक्ट कर. कलेक्शन हो जाता है तो 5 लाख हो जाता है पर पर्सन महीने का. सो इट बिकम्स लाइक से 5 बोले तो कितना हो गया, 2.5 लाख कुछ हो गया. तो पहले जब डिसबर्समेंट होता था ये कलेक्शन रेगुलरली हर महीने उनका जो मोर देन 30 lakhs होता था सर, मतलब प्रोपोर्शनल टू डिसबर्समेंट.
Now there is no disbursement of the collection as well.
कलेक्शन हैज कम डाउन, 5 लाख 7 लाख ये कम हो गया है. तो
People continue to the same.
हाँ, तो बहुत सारे जैसे सिंधुजा ने लोगों को ड्रॉप किया होगा, लेकिन 13 में उतने ही लोग हैं. और किसका ये कहीं पे जब उनका कम होता है, लाइक दी क्वालिटी इफेक्ट्स, देन वो क्या करते हैं, ज्यादा लोगों को हायर करते हैं, एम्बिशन. सो लाइक ऐसे क्यों, उनको लगता है कि बिकॉज ऑफ वर्क प्रेशर मे बी दे आर नॉट, दिस क्वालिटी इज गोइंग डाउन. तो बट दे आर इन दैट पर्टिकुलर रूट सर, जहाँ वो मुजफ्फरनगर से जो हरिद्वार तक जाता है ना रूट, उस रूट में जितने एमएफआई है सर, सभी का पोर्टफोलियो डाउन था उस टाइम.
So what you are trying to say, how it is connected with OPEX?
तो ओपेक्स में मैं बोल रही हूँ कि हमारा ओपेक्स का फॉर्मूला जो भी है वो उसको क्या करते हैं, अभी का पोर्टफोलियो से वो कैलकुलेट करते हैं. तो दैट इज हाउ इट इज. नहीं, अभी के पोर्टफोलियो
First remain the same, but then you are.
yes. So that is how it might be going up. And और क्या बोल रही थी मैं, और सर ये जो
When you go to the district, tell me one thing, you are said you 16 districts.
हाँ ना, 16 डिस्ट्रिक्ट कवर करना है मुझे, 23 डिस्ट्रिक्ट. So out of
When
that,
you go to a district,
हाँ.
what is that?
So in the morning sir, I reach there by say 8:30. तो मैं सीधे ही सेंटर मीटिंग में जाती हूँ. तो सेंटर मीटिंग,
Before that itself, you must have.
हाँ हाँ, वो सब कोऑर्डिनेशन पहले से होता है कि मैं कहाँ जाऊंगी, और वो सीधे सेंटर मीटिंग में पहुंचते हैं। वहां पे 3-4 सेंटर मीटिंग मैं अटेंड करती हूँ। सो 5 into like say 4 into 5 कस्टमर्स, एवरेज 20 कस्टमर से मिलते हैं। और ईच में थोड़ा थोड़ा करके उनका कभी वो डेट पे डिपेंड करता है कि उस दिन उनका कलेक्शन है कि नहीं, कोई सीजीटी जीआरटी हो रहा है कि नहीं, ये इस तरह से। तो जो भी जहाँ पे भी उनका एक्टिविटी है वो वहाँ पे ले जाते हैं। आई डोंट स्पेसिफाई, वो स्पेसिफाई करते हैं कि किस सेंटर में वो मुझे ले जाए। सो इट इज लाइक दैट। एंड देन afterwards actually each visit I cover 3 MFIs branches। हाँ। तो जिसका भी मैंने विजिट किया उसका प्लस आफ्टर लंच 2, ऐसे करके विजिट करते।
So first you go to the center, meet the borrowers, then you go to the branch. That's what you are saying.
Yes,
Normally that's the practice.
yes.
एडमिशन कैसे चल रहा है?
अभी तो बहुत दिनों से मैं उसके कोई
हम
बना
रोल की वो रन डाउन कर रहे हैं।
चलो let's break for the lunch.
सर ग्रेजुएशन में क्या कर रहे हैं? हाँ? वो प्रेजर वाला
हो गया, हमारा सबमिट हो गया।
हो गया? हाँ जस्ट में करवा दिया।
हो गया, हमारा तो हो गया।
नहीं उसमें भी कुछ क्वेरी है, अभी सेल्फ असेसमेंट कर
हेल्प